Very good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Ashwarya Kapoor with you. Let us start the news bulletin with the top headlines. 90 crore people to vote in 2019 general elections. A 7-phase poll between 11th of April and 19th of May. Counting of votes on 23rd of May. 1.5 crore first-time voters in the 17th Lok Sabha elections. Simultaneous elections in 4 states, a single-phase voting in Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim. Odisha to vote in 4 phases. Election Commission issues stringent social media guidelines for Lok Sabha elections. Political parties to only publish pre-certified advertisements online. Social media platforms to scan for fake news, abusive language. Political parties gear up for polls. Prime Minister Modi seeks blessings for re-election, urges voters to take part in good numbers. Congress says the truth will win in the elections. And 4 Indians among 157 killed in Ethiopian Airlines crash. Boeing 737 crashes 6 minutes after takeoff from Addis Ababa. People holding passports from 32 countries and the United Nations were on board the plane. Kickstarting a mega electoral battle, Election Commission announced the dates for the 17th Lok Sabha elections to begin from 11th of April and continue for over a month till 19th of May across 7 phases, followed by counting of votes on 23rd of May. Assembly elections will also be held in Andhra Pradesh, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh and Odisha simultaneously with the Lok Sabha polls. Here is a detailed report.
The schedule to elect the 17th Lok Sabha was announced on Sunday evening. The polls for all 543 seats will be held over a period of about 40 days over 7 phases. 91 seats in 20 states will go to polls in the first phase on April 11th. The states include Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra, Uttarakhand, Assam, Bihar, Odisha, West Bengal, Arunachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Meghalaya, Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Chhattisgarh, Tripura, Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Lakshadweep. In Phase 2, 97 seats in 13 states and union territories will go to the polls on April 18th. The states and union territories include Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Assam, Odisha, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, Jammu and Kashmir, Manipur, Tripura and Puducherry. The third phase will be held on April 23rd with 115 seats in 14 states and union territories going to polls. The states and union territories going to polls in this phase include Gujarat, Kerala, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Bihar, West Bengal, Assam, Goa, Jammu and Kashmir, Dadra and Nagar Haveli and Daman and Diu. In Phase 4, voters in 71 seats in 9 states and union territories will exercise their franchise on April 29th. The 9 states include Maharashtra, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand and Jammu and Kashmir. 51 seats in 7 states will go to polls on May 6th for Phase 5. Polling in this phase will be held in Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Bihar, Jharkhand and Jammu and Kashmir. Voting for Phase 6, that includes 59 seats in 7 states, will happen on May 12th. Voting will be held in Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Bihar, West Bengal, Madhya Pradesh, Delhi and Jharkhand. The final phase of polling will be held on May 19th for 59 seats in 8 states and union territories that include Bihar, Chandigarh, Himachal Pradesh, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh and West Bengal. Counting of votes for all these seats will take place on May 23rd.
Phase 1 is 91 constituencies in 20 states. Is it clear? Phase 2 is 97 constituencies in 13 states. Is it clear? Phase 3 is 115 constituencies in 14 states. When I say states here, it also means states and UTs. Phase 4 is 71 constituencies in 9 states. Now, 71 constituencies in 9 states. Phase 5 is 51 constituencies in 7 states. Phase 6 is 59 constituencies in 7 states. Phase 7 is 59 constituencies in 8 states.
Assembly polls in Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Odisha and Sikkim will be held simultaneously with the general elections. Elections for Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim will be held in a single phase, while in Odisha it will be held in 4 phases. However, elections for the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, which was dissolved after the ruling coalition between the BJP and the PDP fell apart, will not be held for now.
Based on all these inputs and recommendations from the states, state government, home ministry, political parties, other stakeholders, constraint of availability of central forces and other logistics, requirement of security forces for security of candidates in wake of the recent incidents of violence in the recent past, and keeping all other challenges in mind and keeping a totality of views, the Commission has decided at this stage to announce only schedule of the Parliament elections in Jammu Kashmir. The Commission will be regularly and on real-time basis monitoring the situation in Jammu Kashmir and continue to take inputs from all necessary quarters, and decision-taking holding legislative assemblies in Jammu Kashmir will be taken soon. The Commission has also decided for more effective monitoring to appoint 3 special observers of Jammu Kashmir. Total electorate in the final published roll would be in the vicinity of 900 million compared to 814.5 in 2014. This marks an increase of 84.3 million voters since 2014. There are 15 million voters in the age group of 18 to 19. 38,325 third gender others. 71,735 overseas electors. Service electors more than 1.6 million.
The Model Code of Conduct has come into immediate effect. This year's elections will see 10 lakh polling stations as against about 9 lakhs in 2014. Nearly 90 crore voters would be eligible to vote for the 543 Lok Sabha constituencies across the country. Of these, 1.5 crore voters are in the age group of 18 to 19. These elections will also see a voter verifiable paper audit trail or VVPAT in all polling stations. The Election Commission is also going to keep a close eye on political advertisements, including those on social media. All political advertisements on social media will need pre-certification. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And our colleague Akhilesh Suman is now joining us live from Kolkata. Very good morning, Akhilesh. So the Festival of Democracy elections are here. Election Commission's announcement, signals the start of this colossal voting exercise in the country. And of course, the Model Code of Conduct spelling out do's and don'ts for the elections is now in place.
Right, that it is, you think that it is in 7 phases, and people in Kolkata and people in West Bengal are saying that there has been no time in West Bengal that parliamentary elections have taken place in 7 phases. So this is the time for their excitement. But also people in ruling Trinamool Congress are telling that it is too much, because 7 phases election in the month of summer will be very difficult for people. And Urban Development Minister of the Trinamool Congress in the state government, he has Farid Hakim, he has said that it is the month of Ramjan, and this time will be very difficult for them in the summer to participate in the elections in 7 phases. But given the fact that type of demography in the state is there, Muslims also constitute almost 29%, and they are telling in this way. But this is a real testing time for all the political parties here in West Bengal, because Trinamool is holding almost 34 seats out of 42, and CPM is just at 2. BJP just at 2, and Congress has just 4. So that this is a real battle time, that whether BJP, Congress and CPM can increase their seats in their state, and Trinamool is also thinking that they can grab all the seats in their state. So this is a real interesting battleground in West Bengal, given the fact that Mamata Banerjee has been projected by her own party as prime ministerial candidate, and she has been launching federal front, aligning with different political parties in various states, though in the nascent state, but some meetings had taken place. But she also met Congress leaders, she also met with leaders who may not be part of the federal front. So this is West Bengal is becoming an incubation ground for what will be the third front, or what will be political parties doing against the BJP. So this is a real interesting battleground in West Bengal, Aishwarya.
Absolutely, a very interesting battleground there, because Mamata Banerjee has been looking to forge alliance against the BJP. But speaking about social media, Akhilesh, in an effort to regulate social media campaigning, we heard Election Commissioner Sunil Arora also issuing very strict and stringent guidelines on that. Akhilesh, can you hear us? We would like to know from you, yesterday Election Commissioner Sunil Arora issued very stringent guidelines as far as fake news, social media is concerned. Can you elaborate?
That it's a really testing time for Election Commission, because Election Commission is scared that the type of emergence of social media has taken place. It will be very difficult for Election Commission to control all the news that is coming. So that is why every social media organization have to have a monitor and have to have a complainant authority, where political parties or even the people, the voters can register their complaints that this type of news is coming, this type of fake news is being spread. So it's a real menace that some of the fake news are spreading through the social media. Many a times you don't know the origin, and many a times people don't even see it, what is the content, and they forward it. So though the number of forwarding has decreased, but still it is being forwarded. If you don't want to forward, you can just copy and paste it. So that is why Election Commission had told that every social media organization have to have a complainant authority, and they have to hear whatever complaints are coming either from the political party or from the citizens. So this election, you will see that lot of disturbance on the WhatsApp, or there are many Instagrams like Facebook. So this is a real testing time as far as Election Commission is concerned, and all political parties are also preparing themselves so that they can also use the social media in their favor. So a strict invigilation has to be taken place by Election Commission, so that political parties also don't misuse the social media and don't give false data to the people. So everyone has to be alert, and I think that political parties themselves will be alert against their own rivals. So I think a balance may be created, and that the government has time and again cautioned many social media organizations by calling their executives, and also parliamentary standing committee have called many executives of social media, so that a balance should be created in the country. The whole festival of democracy should not be violated and should not be taken in bad taste because of the menace on social media.
Indeed, that's
So I
a
think,
big challenge really for Election Commission. Thank you so much, Akhilesh, for all those updates. And as Akhilesh was telling us, to regulate social media campaigning ahead of Lok Sabha elections, the Election Commissioner, Sunil Arora, has issued strict guidelines. The candidates will have to furnish the details of their social media account to the Election Commission at the time of filing of nominations, and all expenditure incurred in conducting election campaigns on social media will be included in the election expenditure account. The political parties are required to possess pre-certification for all political advertisements to be done online, and the social media platforms will deploy appropriate fact checkers to scan the fake news and use of abusive language ahead of Lok Sabha polls. The model code of conduct will also apply on the content posted by the candidates and the political parties.
The Commission has always considered engagement, considered media as an important ally and a rather potent force multiplier in ensuring an effective and efficient election management. Hence, the Commission has directed all CEOs of the poll-going states to have positive and progressive engagement and interaction with the media. Commission also requests the media to play a positive, proactive and constructive role in supplementing and facilitating our efforts towards delivery of free and fair elections. The media certification and monitoring committees have already been constituted at all the states and districts to deal with the problem of paid news and other media-related violations and pre-certification of political advertisements on electronic media. An additional member, a social domain media expert, is included now in the membership of the MCMC, this Media Certification and Monitoring Committee at the state and district level, so as to get inputs from his or her side.
And shortly after the announcement of dates for the elections, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in a series of tweets, called the general elections a festival of democracy. He urged everyone to participate actively in the election process and called upon the first-time voters to vote in record numbers. He said his party is seeking a re-election on the basis of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, as the time has come to create a strong, prosperous and secure India. He also extended best wishes to the Election Commission for the smooth election process. And the Congress also welcomed the declaration of the Lok Sabha election schedule. The party said that it was ready for the battle and also claimed the victory of the truth for the UPA in 2019. And a day after Election Commission announced the Lok Sabha dates, a Congress Election Committee will meet today, where it is expected that the CEC will declare the first list of candidates for Madhya Pradesh. The Congress will organize a screen committee meeting on 7th of March to screen down the suitable candidates for the polls, and the BJP is also likely to hold Election Commission meet to decide on its candidates. That was our special segment on Lok Sabha elections, the dates for which have been announced. And with this, we'll take a very short break. We'll be right back with more news on the other side. Welcome back after the break. 3 terrorists have been gunned down by security forces in an encounter that broke out in a Pinglish village of Pulwama's Tral area on Sunday. The identity of the militants is yet to be ascertained. On receiving intelligence inputs about the presence of terrorists in South Kashmir's district, security forces launched a cordon and search operation. A gunfight ensued after militants opened fire on the security forces who were conducting searches. Security forces have recovered bodies of 2 terrorists and 2 AK-47 rifles and 1 pistol from the encounter site. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the role of security forces like Central Industrial Security Forces becomes very significant when the country faces a hostile neighbour. Addressing the 50th Raising Day ceremony of a CISF on Sunday, Prime Minister made it very clear that terrorism shows its face in different forms when the conspiracies to hit the nation internally find a safe haven. The Prime Minister added that the CISF personnel are protecting the country's developmental growth by maintaining round-the-clock vigil. He also recalled the services rendered by the CISF personnel not only in the country but also abroad in the times of humanitarian crisis. Prime Minister Narendra Modi issued a stern warning to the terrorist force targeting India, stating that the country cannot keep suffering forever. Congratulating the CISF, the Prime Minister also said that it is easier to protect an individual but very difficult to protect any institution where there is a daily footfall of 30 lakh.
आपकी ये उपलब्धि इसलिए महत्वपूर्ण बन जाती है क्योंकि जब पड़ोसी बहुत हॉस्टाइल हो, युद्ध लड़ने की उसकी क्षमता न हो और भारत के भीतर ही अलग अलग प्रकार से घात करने के षड्यंत्रों को वहां से पनाह मिलती हो, बल मिलती हो, आतंक का रूप, घिनौना रूप अलग अलग स्वरूप में प्रकट होता है, तब ऐसी मुश्किल चुनौती के बीच देश की रक्षा, देश के संसाधनों की रक्षा, सुरक्षा, ये अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ी चुनौती होती है। थोड़ी देर पहले जब यहां परेड चल रही थी तो मैं वो ऊर्जा, वो संकल्प अनुभव कर पा रहा था जो वैभवशाली भारत के निर्माण के लिए आवश्यक है। सीआईएसएफ से जुड़े आप सभी लोगों ने राष्ट्र की संपदा को सुरक्षित रखने में अहम भूमिका निभाई है। नए भारत की नई और आधुनिक व्यवस्थाओं को सुरक्षित करने के लिए, देश की आशाओं और आकांक्षाओं को सशक्त करने के लिए आप निरंतर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। ऐसी इंस्टीट्यूशन शासन में बैठे हुए लोग कैबिनेट में एक फाइल को मंजूर कर दे, इससे नहीं होती है। 50 साल तक लगातार हजारों लोगों ने आवश्यकताओं को ध्यान में रखते हुए उसको विकसित किया है, तब जाकर के ऐसी इंस्टीट्यूशन बनती है और देश के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा विश्वास का संबल बन जाती है। और इसलिए आपको जितनी बधाई दूं उतनी कम है।
4 Indians are among the 157 people who have been killed in an Ethiopian Airlines crash on Sunday. Nairobi-bound Boeing 737 crashed 6 minutes after an early morning takeoff from Addis Ababa on Sunday, killing all 149 passengers and 8 crew members on board. State-owned Ethiopian Airlines, Africa's largest carrier, said that the ill-fated Boeing 737-800 MAX had taken off at 8:38 a.m. from Bulletin International Airport and lost contact 6 minutes later. Scheduled to land in Nairobi at 10:25 a.m., it rather came down near the village of Tulufara outside bis auf 2. People holding passports from 32 countries and the United Nations were on board the plane, which plowed into a field just 60 kilometers southeast of Addis Ababa. Ethiopian and American investigators will now probe the crash. Rescue crews were retrieving human remains from the wreckage, and Ethiopian Airlines confirmed that there are no survivors. World leaders offered condolences to distraught next of kin. Sushma Swaraj tweeted, "I'm sorry to know about the unfortunate crash of Ethiopian Airlines plane ET302. We have lost 4 Indian nationals in the crash. I have asked Indian High Commissioner in Ethiopia to provide all help and assistance to the bereaved families." One of the dead was Shikha Garg, who was a consultant with the Ministry of Environment and Forests. She was travelling to attend the UNEP meeting in Nairobi. All the sporting action now. Australia defeated India by 4 wickets in the 4th one-day international, levelling the 5-match series 2-all in Mohali on Sunday. Electing to bat first after winning the toss, India scored 358 for the loss of 9 wickets in their allotted 50 overs. Shikhar Dhawan struck a career best 143 along with Rohit Sharma, who scored 95 runs to set up the target. For Australia, PJ Cummins took maximum 5 wickets. While the Australians did not give in to the scoreboard pressure, despite having lost 2 wickets for just 12 runs, it was a series of missteps that led to India's demise. Ashton Turner hit an unbeaten 84 off 43 balls with 5 boundaries and as many as 6 sixes to help Australia win in only 47.5 overs. The partnership of 86 of 39 balls between Turner and Alex Carey became the turning point after Peter Hanscomb and Usman Khwaja had set the platform with a 192-run third wicket stand. And news now from boxing, where Kavinder Singh Bisht struck gold at the 38th GB boxing tournament in the 56-kilogram category in Finland on Sunday. In a rare all-Indian final, Bisht was up against Commonwealth Games bronze medalist Husamuddin in the 56 kg summit clash. Boxer Shiv Thapa clinched the silver medal in the 60 kg category. India won 3 more silver medals to end a fine Indian campaign at the tournament. Sumit Sangwan, former youth world champion Sanchit Siva and Naveen Kumar got bronze in their categories. Around 100 boxers from 15 countries are competing in the tournament. And that is the wrap on this edition of Breakfast News. So thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.